A couple days back, I made a live stream on Meghan crashing the wedding of Harry's childhood friend, Tom Inskip, back in 2017. And since I know that most of you are not going to sit for 2 hours watching me drawing a jetpack on Harry's back, here's the short summary. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. What allegedly happened was that Harry and Meghan had broken up at the time of this wedding that was in Jamaica, so Harry was going alone. But he was not counting that Meghan decided to crash the wedding just to reassure the world that whatever Meghan wants, Meghan gets. And that must be the reason why it was so convenient that this photographer, whoever it was, could catch on camera several moments where Nutmeg was marking her territory, not to mention giving those death stares to the woman that was trying to have a conversation with Harry. This first picture is a good place to begin our journey. It depicts the general attitude of both Harry and Meghan. He was in a defensive position, his elbows really close to his body, to the point that elbow width was narrower than shoulder width. Try it! Rest your elbows over a table and try to put them so they are narrower than shoulder width. You will notice that you are closing in yourself like a defensive position, and that's what Harry was feeling at that moment. Not to mention the hands slightly covering his neck, and what's more, in Meghan's direction. By the way, the woman he was talking to, who is a friend of Eugenie, was trying to be engaging in the conversation, even if she was in almost every picture in a defensive position, with her purse over her legs and bent over, covering her abdomen. Maybe she felt threatened by Nutmeg's death stare. As you can see in this picture, she not only is facing away and giving her a side eye, but at the same time her jaw and lips are tense. And it was not the only time she displayed signs of being tense. There's also this image where she's asking the waiter, I don't know, tepid water or any other celebrity request. Even with the poor photo quality, it's easy to spot Meghan's neck, head, and facial expression of tension. Not to mention what looks like the Markle claw. Harry, on the other side, is displaying his usual lust for life, his brimming joy. Well, no. That looks like frustration. He's looking down and pressing his lips. Maybe he was ashamed by whatever was Meghan's request. The good thing is that he didn't have that attitude all the time. Sometimes he looked like he was making a serious assessment of his life decisions up to that point. Yeah, that face really looks like, what am I doing here? Or what is she doing here? I don't know. Take your pick and let me know in the comments. And this picture also has a confirmed Markle claw, the way that Meghan has some stress release, but a lot of it was channeled through her facial emotions this time, as you can see her mouth really tense in an angry expression. Go ahead, try to mimic her mouth and you'll notice how all your jaw and neck muscles tense to the point of being uncomfortable. That's how you can tell the intensity of her feelings. There were also times when they almost looked like a regular couple, but the devil is in the details. Like this one where Meghan is lovingly putting her hand on her property, Harry's back, and it's obvious that he feels really relaxed and comfortable with that gesture. No, I'm joking. Notice how he is pulling his head back. That is usually a sign of being really uncomfortable and on the defensive. And both of his elbows are somehow moving away from Meghan at that moment. We can see again the posture of the woman chatting with them, confirming that it's a defensive one. But the real giveaway is Meghan's facial expression. She's trying to look nice with a smile, but when you zoom in, you notice that this is an asymmetric smile. Her left lip corner is being pulled back more than the right one. So that's an expression of contempt. And it was not the last time that Meghan displayed a strong emotion, because in this other example, the woman is actually talking to her, using her hand to engage in the conversation, and Meghan is fixing her hair with another display of the Markle claw, and her mouth and chin are tense again. Harry, meanwhile, is still trying to figure out a way out of this. It's important to remember that his friend Tom Inskip, the one who was getting married at this wedding, was promptly deleted from Harry's contact book and was not invited to the royal wedding. And you might be wondering why. Well, allegedly, Tom had suggested Harry that he should go slower in his relationship with Nutmeg, which is the exact same argument that William could have told him that started the rift between the brothers. So now you know that Harry can get really triggered when people try to intervene in his life decisions. Now there are also pictures like this where Meghan's attitude is completely different from the rest. It's like she wants to cry or something because her inner eyebrows are pushing a bit upward and her lips are pressed, like small kids when they were about to cry. As for Harry, well, I don't know how to interpret that posture, but I have to confess that for a full second I thought that he was telling Meghan that he really needed to go for number 2, and she had that face of already missing you. Yeah, allegedly. I don't know how much longer this other picture was taken, with Harry in the same position and Meghan glad that the waiter had brought her tepid water, but she must have been even more happy in this other photograph where she was trying to pull Harry towards herself. In the original live, I spent a few minutes on this image because at first it was a bit hard to understand what was upsetting about it, and then I got it. It's not the gesture in itself, but it's the fact that Harry is not engaging at all with her. His neck is straight, he's not even looking in her general direction, and his defensive posture hasn't changed. Harry's posture was definitely different in this one when another woman was approaching them to say hi. Harry's shoulders were broad, with his body straight and his face with a relaxed smile. Really different. What I don't understand is why was Meghan barefoot at that moment? And speaking of Meghan's unexplainable behaviors, it's like this picture where she was doing, well, I don't really understand what she's doing at that moment. We suppose that she was fixing her hair, right? Because her right hand fingers are doing just that. But what is exactly going on with her left arm? Is she trying to land a gig for a deodorant ad? That is a real question. When you fix your hair, do you really need to lift your arms in the air that much? But anyway, it's not hard to spot that at this moment she had the same mouth and jaw tension, because her lips were tightly pressed. And not to mention that her eyes were piercing the camera in classic nutmeg behavior. These are the kind of situations where we don't have a video, but a series of images is more than enough to have a sense of their general interactions and what were their attitudes at that moment. One has to be very careful because it's really easy to make the mistake of letting your biases judge a photo just because the feelings that a person inspires in you. And that's why I tell you that you should be able to spot at least 2 or 3 body language clues to reach a solid conclusion. Even having the benefit of hindsight, it's really fun to analyze these situations, especially if you get to watch my live streams. If you want to get notified when they happen, remember to subscribe and hit that bell. It would be really great to share next time with you. If you want to refine your observation skills, all you have to do is download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. My name is Enrique Rosas and it will always be a pleasure, my body language buddies. Much love and bliss.